what's up. It's a bit George and Andrew today, but we're going to power through. All of this lot is about as cleaned as it's going to get for the minute. I got the replacement rose joints for the orange arms, so I can get that all built up. Started to knock out a downpipe for the TD05, so it'd be something like that. But I'll probably put a V-band here so that I can have a spare turbo with the same setup with a V-band, so if I ever need to change it, it'll be quick. Honing tool for the engine. Got some arms for the front and the rear subframe. Quickly show you those. The rear upper. And the plan for this is to put a tow arm on the front. I'm going to see there's a step here, so I'm going to cut this off and bring the bushing further back, and then put a pocket on the front here for a tow arm that will be adjustable for bump steer. Still got to make a mount in here for the front of the diff. I'm going to remake these bushes. These are poly bushes, so I'm going to make them out of this Delrin I've got stock down here. Big bit of Delrin, so I can make those bushes. Probably going to make it so the diff sits higher in the subframe, so it'll be all the way down, which is up, if you get what I mean. So that's that. And then in here I've got an engine stand to build up for that engine. So yeah, I think I'm just going to get all the packaging out the way and then start putting stuff together, get the engine on the stand. So I got this built up. I got one tip for you when you're buying a stand. Make sure you buy a four-wheeler, because the three-wheel ones, they have a wheel in the middle here, they're just really unstable, especially on ground like this. Yeah, I've built this up. Now what I do is I take this and I'll bolt this to the engine prior to putting it on there, because it's easier to do it this way than lift the whole lot on there. It's a lot more stable. Otherwise you've got to try and fumble the bolts in while holding the weight of the block. Anyway, I will find some bolts and get this on the stand. Engine's on stand. Bolts were a bit of a mission, so it's just an M10 right through with a nut on it. Got another, this is a through hole here anyways, no thread near, so it's an M12. This is actually one of my gearbox cradle bolts. And then down here some cam bolts from the rear lower wishbones or rear toe arms on the Justy subframe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop out the squirters and then just give it a really quick once over clean. Couple of scratches. Can almost feel it with my thumb, but it's not really that deep. I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. Same here. These are a bit deeper. Can't feel that one. Can feel that one. Maybe I need an overbore, bigger pistons. So it's just a bit of cleaning on the sides of the block, and then I'm just going to oil it up and leave it for now. So what I've done is I've cleaned the engine, degreased it, and WD-40'd and then wrapped it up in a bin bag. And then the gearbox, I've literally just degreased it so that I can get it in and out of the car for now without getting covered in crap. So the next job, I'm just going to have a quick look and see how this downpipe thing fits. Kind of pointless, but because the turbo position is going to change quite dramatically, but just feel like popping that on quickly and seeing what that's like. I'm not going to do anything with the shocks or the rocker cover today. It's going to quickly swap the rose joints over on those arms. So after the downpipe, I'm going to do the arms. Then I think I might just fit these front arms over there and see how much clearance I've got for steering lock. And then it's going to be rear arms and then playing around with this subframe, I think. Well, there we go. Lovely jubbly. If the lighting was better, you'd be able to see how well it matches up. Sick. Stevie Wonder. That's all the rose joints changed. I pulled all the ends off and wire brushed and greased them up. Copper greased them up. So every joint, every end's freed up, copper grease. All these adjusters cleaned up and ready to go. Now, the M16 rose joints I took out weren't actually that bad. The M14s were. I kept the boots. I may put them back on. I got 2 of the M14 and 2 of the M16s. The other 2 were not very good. One bush machined up and installed. I will most likely put these things back on, although it would be nice to make something a bit nicer in the future. So I'll just spin them on, and then I've got one more to make. Got these arms on, seem to be alright. Just about got some clearance, but I'm running out of clearance here, so I'm going to notch that panel out at some point. Also, the amount of lock is very ride height dependent. The lower it goes, the more clearance I've got in areas like down here. So really it wants a bit of a notch there to give me some more clearance. So I got these arms all fitted up. The design of them actually gives you a bit more clearance for lows, but I don't need that. Got them on maximum camber, which is like quite a lot of camber. Don't need all that camber, but it means I can shorten the lower arms a little bit. And then I also knocked up the Delrin bushes in here, raised the diff as high as it'll go. As you can see, it's like bent here a little bit and a little bit here. It's no problem. And I started to make the diff mount. Got to notch a little bit out the subframe to get that in properly, and then weld it in and add some strength. But to be honest, all the strength comes from these arms, and that's just keeping the nose up, stopping the nose from dropping. So I'm happy that it's good as it is.